The global climate has changed in recent decades. All records show a steady increase in carbon dioxide and temperature, which will continue in the future. Temperatures rose very strongly after approximately 1970, if we look at the global warming of the last 100 years. These changes also have a great influence on the trees and thus on our forests. Higher temperatures and longer drought periods cause them enormous stress and strain their water balance. And this is really critical for the plant. We assume that conifers, that lost more than 50% of their transport system, or broadleaf trees that lost more than 80% of their system, will die off. Due to global warming, there is more energy in the atmosphere. This results in storms with higher wind speeds, and tornadoes can occur with greater likelihood. Such storms, which also occur in summer, pose a further threat to forests. The risk of forest fires is also increasing. Furthermore, a higher temperature accelerates the emergence of harmful insects, which can multiply explosively. Weakened trees fall prey to them quite easily. Our forests are still one of the world's largest carbon reservoirs. In warmer forest soils, microorganisms become more active and degrade the soil carbon more quickly. This leads to higher CO2 emissions, and global forests could become carbon sources. Estimates state that without forest, the CO2 levels in the atmosphere would be 30% higher. Trees have the capacity to slowly adapt to climate change by means of so-called epigenetics. This implies that the trees are affected by environmental factors during seed production, and the trees remember these environmental conditions for a long time. The fact that these natural adjustment mechanisms are not sufficient to face up to the imminent change is demonstrated, for example, by the sessile oak that took 8,000 years to spread northwards after the last ice age. Due to the rapid temperature change, spruce would have to cover the same distance in just 80 years in order to reach safe climate regions. Without human help, our tree species will not be able to spread like this. I believe that it is very crucial that we help our forests to adjust to climate change. This is particularly important because our forests fulfill many functions and services. To counter the expected effects of climate change, such as heat, drought, storms, and pests, several measures are being taken. These include site-adapted silviculture, the selection of suitable, more resilient tree species, the use of genetically correct and reliable seeds, optimized forest rejuvenation, as well as timely thinning and optimal spacing throughout the entire rotation period. Trees need space. The documentary Generation: Forests and Climate Change features 10 selected contributions to show climate change and its effects on the forest, but also adequate measures that can be taken to prepare the forest for climate change on the basis of genetically suitable trees and to manage it sustainably in the future.